Hey, hey, hey. There we go. It's weird. It's still showing me the chat from the last time. It just looks like a continuation. How is everyone? We're going to do Pisces now, and I'm probably going to do a free, just a few free card pulls because while there's 10 people or 20 people in a room, I can do that. There we go. Oh, we'll just scroll down. Okay. Thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me. And just a reminder, so like the intro, I like to say hi to everybody, but also I just want to let you know what else is going on. So Tuesday night on Soul Navigation, Connie Joe and I will be doing synastry through the air houses. So houses 3, 7, and 11, which is communication. It's also influence and like mental influence. Hi, Verity. Hi, Ashley. And so it's also another important house placement. All the houses matter, but in synastry, some of them matter a little extra. So we're going to do Pisces today. We're going to be looking in for the month of November. We're going to look into the energy that you're kind of coming out of that's been impactful to how you're acting now. We're going to examine that, and we're going to look in the energy that you might be in now that's available to you and the energy that's available to you in the new future. We're going to be looking at your energy and others' energy. Other is just any other energy that's most impactful for you right now. And that could even be if you are trying to shed an old version of yourself or step into a new version of yourself. Or it could be a person, it could be family matters, it could be a job situation, it could be whatever is most impacting you right now. And then we look at the alchemy of those two in past, present, and future. And we do that not because we want to concentrate on what another person is doing, thinking how we can make them do or think differently. We're looking at that because we want you to be able to take advantage of energies that are available to you instead of being distracted by what they're doing or saying. And also, we want to see what maybe would be helpful for you to release, because sometimes you don't have to release that person so much as you have to release behaviors, mindsets, habits, and patterns in the way we do relationships, so that something can start fresh. Hi, Neela. Okay. I meant to just scroll down and it displayed. Okay. So, I did an Into the Woods reading, Alien. It was funny because when I was done with that, usually when I'm done with the Into the Woods reading, there's more people. There were less people in the chat. But, I know that there's like football and all kinds of stuff going on. There we are. Hi, Adva. Yeah. Healthy Pisces is your Buddha, Gandhi, unconditional, without attachment, teacher. It's almost not of this world. An unhealthy Pisces can feel very small in a big world and can feel very not in control. If they don't have good boundaries, then a lot of things have probably happened to them. And sometimes they feel out of control. A really, really unhealthy Pisces placement can almost sit often in victim mode, and it's hard to do healing out of victim mode. And we are all guilty of sitting in victim mode at one time or another. But can almost kind of internalize how they feel people are upset with them and then let it create stories, because one of the things Pisces is really good at is imagination. So sometimes they can imagine into their perceived reality that persecution has happened that actually hasn't, because they want that love to be just an open two-way street, no boundaries. The veil is thin with Pisces. Speaking about the veil being thin, I'm hoping to have her website up by tomorrow morning. But Connie Jo is running a special, a flash sale. The link will be available on the 28th, and we'll talk about it on Friday Night Tarot. If you're not going over to Friday Night Tarot and Soul Navigation, if you're a replay viewer, I know all these people do. But for Amber, I think you're new. I'm also on Soul Navigation on Friday nights, and I'll be there on Tuesday with the Synastry with Connie Jo. And tomorrow, Connie Jo and I will be live on this channel, 10 a.m. Eastern. So I know that's like mad early for Cali, but we need to start going on at a good time for our Eastern Hemisphere folks. Again, I was humbled, shocked, and flattered that people said that it was almost 4 a.m. as I was getting off the anniversary special on Friday night, that we're over in Europe and other places. So we're going to go on at 10 a.m. tomorrow Eastern. I'll put something up as soon as this is over. I'll put a notification up for that. I'll schedule it. Yeah, Pisces healthy is incredible, and they have incredible growth game. I might do a flash sale around Black Friday. I am not sure. It'll depend. I have to ask Miss Meredith. But yeah, Connie Jo's. I want to thank everyone who made Connie Jo feel like so loved on Friday night during tarot, because now she's going to start doing stuff with me here as well. And so she's doing that like Halloween special. I was talking about the veil being thin, but we might also go live on here on Halloween talking about the spiritual meaning and like how to communicate with crossed over loved ones, and do like a little spiritual show. Maybe answer some questions on Halloween. If you're a replay viewer, please leave me a comment and let me know how you like that. I'm going to turn off the cheesy music now. SusieEvolutionary.com has everything that you need. I also do on SusieEvolutionary.com, you'll see something called Skywalker Evolutionary. And that's Connie Jo and I together. So interestingly enough, I will always be grateful to have found Connie Jo, because we have like deep connections, like, and past life connections. So literally, I had just found out the name of my guides, and we started to talk, and she was like, her guides were saying this name, and it was the name of my guide. So when we get together in a space, it's pretty incredible. It's palpable for me, let alone the person that we're working with, but also between us, we have different gifts. So then when we have all 5 when we're together, and she'll see something because she can almost remote view, and I can feel around why. And it always resonates with whoever we're working with. So it's really unique. And then she's got her advanced astrology. We're both astrologers, but her advanced astrology is incredible. And then we're also doing it in a trauma-informed space. So it's a really giant box of tools at people's disposals. And so if you want to check that out or put that on your wish list, I think I'm also going to work on doing like some kind of like gift certificate, so people can like ask for Christmas or whatever they want to do. But we can look into finances, career, love, childhood trauma, blocks. Also kind of dabbles in mediumship. So there's a lot that can be accomplished when you have both of us. Yeah. Okay. And maybe she'll hop in. And I think that's it for announcements. So we're going to get going on Pisces. This is going to be for the month of November. Also, my water signs seem to be like my most watched sign. So I'm going to take a cue from the brilliant and lovely Gemma from Gemma's Gemstone Tarot. And if you're not watching her, she's just so great. She is just so great. And she's funny and humble and knowledgeable and magical. I love her. I'm a big fan of hers. But what she does is whoever's the most watched on her channel gets a mid-monthly reading. So I will probably do that for my top 3 will get a mid-monthly reading. So this is for the month of November, but Pisces most likely will also have a second reading. And then you guys let me know in the comments when it resonates, or towards the end, I'm going to do free card pulls. So make sure you stick around. Okay, so let's start pulling cards. And you know, Jupiter went into retrograde in Pisces again, and it loves being there. But for all of my Virgo risings who have Pisces 7th house, and this, by the way, is 12th house sun, 12th house moon for sure. That's the only one where I feel like even the moon matters for the house, is more the 12th house moon, 12th house sun, and Pisces sun, moon, rising. But, you know, Jupiter, you know, kissed Aries for a minute, and then it came back into Pisces where it likes to be. But it's a double-edged sword if you're like a Virgo rising, or if you have Pisces in the 8th house. Because if you have Pisces in the 7th house, that means that Neptune and Jupiter are your rulers for relationships. And so if Jupiter in Pisces is in your 7th house, relationships can feel big, but Pisces also has a little fog to it. So it can be a little challenging if you're a Virgo rising and you have Pisces, which for some reason, I mean, like, I want to say like 4 or 5 of my readings this week have been with Virgo risings. When Pisces rules your descendant line, people who can feel a little lost in their lives, people who sometimes have a harder time being grounded in truth, can come into your life, and they're to teach you boundaries. If you're a Virgo rising, it means Pisces is ruling your descendant line. Also in your 8th house, the people you let into your intimacy, you have to, it's like boundaries and vetting become important. It's there to teach you a lesson. Hi, Stella. Also tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Connie Jo and I will be live on here, and we're purposely doing it to be good to all of our Eastern Hemisphere people. Yeah, 12th house moon, then this will probably feel like it applies. Right now we have a nice small room for questions later. Annika, you know what's so funny? Actually, Scorpio is my most watched sign, and I don't ever do free card pulls for Scorpio. Scorpio is my most watched. So I have a theory that's because like people like Scorpio. Because I think it's just as much cross watchers as it is actual Scorpions and 8th house people. Hi, Christina. Oh, Pisces in the 12th house is very, 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 very Piscean. I would say that applies too. I think that's one of the struggles that people have Pisces 12th house energy, is that, let me make sure I don't push you guys off the desk, is that 12th house is where you feel things can be hidden from you a little bit too. So when you have Pisces energy, it can feel like there's a lot of fog. It feels like things are already harder to figure out, or you can feel very misunderstood in some ways with 12th house placements. But when those 12th house placements are Pisces, it can feel like it's extra compounded feeling misunderstood, or extra compounded feeling like, why can't I grab that? Why does that always feel like it's, smoke in my hands? You are not right now. You are. Are you going to knock over all of my lights? Mm-hmm. If you've had private sessions with me too, you know that this happens. Hello, Nicholas. Would you like to say hi to all the people? You're on my cards, babe. All right. One more. Thank you. Are you blessing the cards? See if we can get his mom to come get him. I mean, he's everybody's because that's how he is, but my daughter calls him her child. But, it's my office he's in all the time. Okay. There we go. My screen disappeared. So Pisces, the energy that you're coming out of. Now listen, this could be, we just did Scorpio. And I gotta say that their energy they were coming out of felt like it was an energy that was built over 2-3 years. Hi, my Syra is here. Hi, little John. Nikki is lovely. He is a Libra with a Taurus moon, so he's also really good looking. Not when he sticks his face in the camera and it's that fisheye thing, but like he's good looking. He's very cute. He makes silly faces, but and cats are very spiritual, and he's definitely drawn to some of my clients because whenever I'm with all of your energy, he comes in here. If I'm working by myself, he's not as interested. All right, so Pisces, the energy that you're coming out of is this 10 of Pentacles. For some reason, you feel like, and I just feel the need to say this right now, if you're in here and you have Pisces energy, or you're in here for whatever reason, and you feel like you missed your chance, you didn't. You didn't. If you feel like I'm never going to get married, the whole family thing is off the table, it's not. It's not. I feel the fear of it not coming in, but it's not. It's not gone. It's not off the table. He's just staring like, can I come back? I feel like I wasn't supposed to be there. Nikki. Okay, you're not in trouble. In your others energy, which you may not be aware of that they're coming out of, is this King of Cups. Cross watchers, Pisces, hold on. It's not all gone. You can, I don't know about this relationship because we still haven't gotten into it, but I can promise you my Pisces placements, my people are here for Pisces energy. Like, I know you're feeling you're feeling not encouraged. You're not feeling inspired about getting to have the happy ending. You're going to make me move all of this. He's got very watery eyes. Maybe he's a Pisces rising. Let me move this for you. I have to move this whole thing with my cards. Okay. Now you can go back and forth. Now what did you knock over? Oh, you knocked over that whole thing. Okay, great. His sister is behind me. Sorry, guys. This is still available. I know you might be feeling discouraged, but it's not off the table, especially not for Pisces. If you're a cross watcher, I'm getting this for a handful of you. You may feel like, I really, really tried. I tried to be the love. I tried to be like, you know, this King of Cups. There's an ocean inside. I'm hearing the Richard Marx song, Oceans Apart, but there's like an ocean inside this person. And they're holding the ship. Like they wanted the movement, but they might feel like despite trying to be that for their Pisces person, they feel like they're at a standstill. Like they were trying to be emotionally mature. They were trying to be everything that Pisces required. And they might feel like, I don't know what else I can do. Now, that may not be how you feel. But I feel like for a handful, that's going to really resonate. And let me know in the comments, replay viewers, if that's you. Just like Scorpio, and I believe Cancer, we have Judgment in reverse on the table. Interesting how that happens with the water signs, right? Because don't forget, if Jupiter is back in Pisces, then it might be trining and it's in retrograde. It might be trining your water signs. And if South Node is in Scorpio, it's trining Pisces and Cancer. So the eclipses are going to trine Pisces. And so even if you're not hearing Pisces in the transits or in astrological news on TikTok, on YouTube, anywhere, it doesn't mean that there aren't other energies. Always be looking at the other water energies, and also the other important energies to be looking at for Pisces is going to be Virgo, anything that's going on in Virgo, which there's not a lot at all right now going on in Virgo, maybe some asteroid placements. That's going to be opposing. But what is going on that's squaring you is anything in Aquarius, where Saturn keeps going retrograde back and forth until it can go into Pisces. Sorry, not Aquarius. Sagittarius. So like that'll be coming up in Sagittarius season. Things that are in Sagittarius season are going to square your Pisces. But right now we have Mars and Gemini, which also squares Pisces. We have that big Mars transit. So that could be also squaring your placements right now in transit. Judgment in reverse. This is like the New Year's Eve lady. Judgment. The trumpets, the call, the call to look at, the call to awareness, the call to look at what can be changed so we're not repeating mistakes, and also what can we step into the future with. It's in reverse. So Pisces here, that's been like, I'm giving up on the energy of this is my everything with this life, with this person, that happy ending. And the other energy for Pisces, if you're cross watching, that King of Cups who feels like, I tried to be as deep as the ocean for my Pisces fishies so they could swim in it, but I'm standing here holding the boat like it's not going anywhere. It could feel like there was so much focus on forward motion that maybe there wasn't awareness of what needed to be changed or what needed to be released so the forward motion could happen. I see Judgment in reverse as one of my like feeling stuck cards a little bit, or like being right there and just needing that one last piece. to put into play so that the forward movement can stick. In your now energy, Pisces, I love this. We have the High Priestess. You know, Jupiter on Pisces placements can be incredibly psychic, extra intuitive. You may be, the 12th house rules mental institutions, and I have a humble little theory, and I feel like I could get canceled or people will come for me. But I have a humble little theory that Pisces, because there is such a thin veil, because there is such a connection, because you all have like 1 foot in the 5D along with your feet in the 3D, that you can really hear, and you really sometimes feel like when you're, obviously if you have always check with like a professional, but some of you have a foot left in last lives, and some of you have a foot in the ethers, and you can hear, see, feel like source on the other side, like it's in the room next to you. And with Jupiter in your Pisces placements, your intuitive hits, write things down. I just said this to another Pisces. Listen, if you're having things that feel like a knowing, if you're hearing things, if you're seeing things, if you feel like you know something that's going to happen, you have a premonition, please write it down, because you will feel just point blank less crazy when those things start to happen. And the thing is that if you can write it down and seeing it as, I might be taking in someone else's energy, because just like the veil is thin on Pisces, so your boundaries are not just thin or non-existent for tangible things and people and relationships in the 3D, but also you're clairsentient. Like, I don't know a Pisces that's not clairsentient. You'll have heard the term empath. Like, you can absorb other people's emotions, feelings. It can literally make you sick if you don't know how to separate. And right now with Jupiter in any of the Pisces placements, especially if you're like late in Pisces placements, and Neptune's not that far behind, you could be really having big psychic hits that make you feel like a little off, and writing them down to understand, this may not be my feeling. I want you to check into yourself and like talk to your guides about like when something is mine and I feel like, oh no, this could happen to me, because you might be feeling something that could happen in the collective, because the 12th house is also the house of the collective. That is the house that represents Pisces. Sometimes you're feeling something for somebody else, but because there's no hard walls with Pisces, it feels like it's for you. Right? So like, write things down. You'll be shocked how much that you're just getting premonitions and picking up other people's stuff. At the beginning of every morning before your feet hit the floor, check your transits. Look at where Neptune is. See what it's doing to any of your aspects, your degrees. And the other thing is, before your feet hit the floor, just like release any energy. I do not wish to take on any energy that is not mine today. I wish to be protected. I command to be protected from all energy that is not mine today. If I'm feeling something and it feels like dread, worry, pain, any of that, and it's not mine, make my left arm, or I'll jump to the left arm tingle, make my right ear get warm. Ask your guides to give you a very specific physical signal that what you're feeling doesn't belong to you, so you can separate it and let it go. God, I hope all my Pisces heard that. And write things down, because then when it happens to somebody else, you'll start to understand, oh, I don't have to walk around in dread and worry, because this isn't, and sadness and taking on everyone's emotions, because it's not all mine. I don't want you to do that, Pisces. Okay. Now, in others' energy right now, they want to feel inspired again. They want to feel ignited again. We'll clarify whether that means with you or not, because I'm an honest girl, right? But I think that they cross watchers, let me know if you're cross watching and that this is you. But if you felt like I gave everything and it was at a standstill, that can be draining to the cross watcher. And it may not be you. They have to just go through something. They are integrating, they are going through something. Maybe they're taking on everybody else's stuff, but cross watchers, sometimes when you could feel a little drained, you are all of a sudden looking for something that makes you feel alive again in the way you probably did when you and the Pisces got together. What's interesting is neither of you are advocating for yourselves anymore. The alchemy between these two now energies is the Seven of Wands in reverse. To me, this is the card of advocation. Let me fight for you. And sometimes we need to advocate for ourselves. Again, Mars and Gemini right now is very possibly, if it hasn't already squared one of your Pisces placements, it's going to. Because what's today, the 23rd? In 7 days, it's going to go retrograde and it's going to go all the way back to the 8th. But it's going to sit at that 25 degrees. If you have anything in Pisces between like 23 degrees and 25 degrees, it's even 22 degrees. It's going to be sitting at that 25 degrees. It's been there for already over a week at 25 degrees, and it's going to be there until like November 15th at 25 degrees because a big boat turns slowly. A tongue tie. When a planet stations, it has the most energy. Babies that are born right now are going to have they're going to be diplomats, negotiators, because they are going to have, I don't care what their chart ruler is. I don't care what their sun sign is. Babies that are born right now, especially around the 30th, that station and that retrograde, when something's stationed in your birth chart, it's big energy. And you may not know unless you look at an ephemeris or you have an appointment with an astrologer. But that Mars and Gemini is squaring your Pisces. That Mars and Gemini, we think about Mars as sex, conflict, impetus, action, right? But when it's in Gemini, it's all of that in communication. So it's this Mars and Gemini transit is going to run things over, either sit on it at 25 degrees or sit on it a long time for 8 degrees after it already went over those once. Or it's going to run over it 3 times before it's done in March. And what it wants to do is bring resolution to something. And so if it's squaring any of your Pisces placements, and also Pisces has, I want you to think about it. Gemini rules, Mercury rules Gemini. This Mars is in Gemini. Mercury is in its fall or a debilitation in Pisces. So it's going to especially affect, I know you're hearing Mars and Gemini, that's not about me, that's not about me. It is though, because at some point it's going to square one of your Pisces placements. And if your sun or moon in the 12th house in Gemini, it's also having a Piscean effect on you because it wants you to say what you haven't said. It wants the thing that's causing conflict because you don't say it. It's going to bring you to a point where you have to say it. It's going to bring a situation into your life where you have to say the thing that you haven't said that's causing inner conflict. When we try to keep the peace to escape external conflict, which Sag and Pisces both tend to do, it causes inner conflict. And universe doesn't want you. Your team, the world, the skies, the stars do not actually want you to suffer with inner conflict. So this Mars retrograde especially is going to make people say the things that they haven't said yet. This is extremely important for Pisces because Pisces tends to do that often. When we have Mars in Gemini, it talks about negotiating, litigating, and advocating for yourself. Neither you nor your person or the side of you that you're trying to let go or walk into, if you're just so focused on yourself, and if you are, good for you. If this energy is the other side of you, neither of you are advocating for yourself. The card is in reverse. I believe that's going to change. I believe that's going to change even just astrologically. You feel you're cross-watching, and yes, you feel this. Aw, thanks, Gemini. Yeah, Gemini rising and Pisces moon. So you're almost getting, okay. So do you guys understand what I'm saying? I maybe I should just make a little video of this and put it up as a short or a TikTok or Instagram or Pinterest. I'm also on Pinterest if you want to go follow me. Everything's the same. I'm branded. Everything's Susie Evolutionary. Or you can just go to the website. My link tree is there, and then you get to everything from there. Know the modality of your placements. If your sun, moon, Venus, or rising in Pisces, you are a mutable sign, which means any big transits in the other mutables, Virgo is going to be opposing it. But the other two mutables on either side of you, Gemini or Sag, those are going to be squaring. Squaring is an energy you feel, but you can't put a name to. You can't identify it. You don't know why. It's when you wake up in the morning and you go, why am I so angry today? I shouldn't be angry. Why am I sad today? Why am I crying today? Over nothing. Why did I just cry at that salad dressing commercial? I promise you something is squaring one of your placements. So you can't put a name to it. You can't identify it, but you're sure as hell feeling it. So when that happens in a big transit, things will just happen and you may not get the why, but it's important to know that when big transits happen in Gemini and in Sagittarius, you have to look at your degrees of what you have in Pisces because it's going to be squaring. And when we're talking about, I know it's a Mars transit, not a Mercury transit, but Mercury is kind of like guilty by association because it's debilitated in Pisces and it rules Gemini. So the Sages, which is also in fall for Mercury, and it also is opposing Gemini. The Sages and the Pisces, I feel like no one's really saying out loud, they're going to feel this Mars transit a lot. I don't want to say the most, but a lot. When we look into what is available to you, I kind of like that. Communication. Now listen, I could make some things fit if I wanted to look like, oh my God, look how great my cards are. But I cannot make the planets do what I want them to do to make my cards look good. I honestly don't really check out that bottom row because I really want to be focused and feeling the energy and like channeling and listening to what my guides are telling me that you all need to hear, right? Because your guides are kicking with my guides when I'm doing these readings, even for the replay viewers, because time is fluid. But Eight of Wands is fast communication. It's communication and a lot of it. And like I just got done saying, Pisces is, that's where Mercury doesn't do as well. This is fast action, fast communication. That Mars, this is available to you. That Mars in Gemini, when it goes, you know why this card is so beautiful for you, Pisces? Because Pisces wonders. Pisces doesn't want to cause conflict. Pisces doesn't like unpleasant. So rather than have the conversation, rather than ask the question they're dreading the answer for, they will sit and they will wonder and they will examine and they will imagine and they will narrate in their head and they will torture themselves with the what ifs. And what if I did this? And look over the text. Did I say something in a text? but they won't ask the question. Hi, Corey. And so you torture yourselves a little bit. So this Mars in Gemini is your friend. This Eight of Wands card is one of the nicest cards. I know that you would rather see like the Two of Cups, the lovers, right? Money. Give me like a big bag of money and some love, right, Pisces? Give me world peace. But I like this for you as an objective supporter of Pisces. I like this card for you because I could cry, but instead of sitting there in your imagination when it goes left and it blames you, you're going to have actual communication on what you need to hear so you don't do that. You know, I often talk about how like everybody needs Pisces because they're like cotton candy and delicious food, poetry, Lana Del Rey songs, right? We need that. I hate when people get down on Pisces because everybody enjoys Pisces pleasures on a daily basis. If you do not listen to music, if you listen to music on a daily basis in any way, form, I don't care if you're scrolling on TikTok, if you don't get in the car every day, listen to the radio or something, you are enjoying and engaging with Piscean pleasures in life. So then if you listen to music, then you have no right to talk shit on Pisces, in my humble opinion. You can't do both. Pick a lane. Those lyrics, that expression sometimes comes out of the torture of sitting in your imagination. And it gets more intricate and more intricate and more intricate till it comes out in a lyric, till it comes out in a plate of food, till it comes out in a poem, right? But when it doesn't get a chance to go out, it comes in and it gets internalized. This is your friend. Person is having conflict, whether it's with you or with themselves. There's conflict. They don't have a full picture either. So this communication is great. We all find music therapeutic, don't we? Right? So we can all enjoy the pursuits of musical therapy. Musical espresso. Shit, if I want to clean the kitchen, I'm going to be listening to like, I don't know. Pony is like my favorite cleaning song from Genuine. Like music moves us. We literally feel it. If you're neurodivergent and you've ever turned the phone sideways so that it tickles all the different parts of your brain, music is literally therapeutic in so many ways. So if you participate in musical therapy in any way, in the arts, in the cathartic expressive arts, and I catch you talking shit on Pisces, we're going to go take Vaseline and sneakers discussions outside because you can't do both. It's hypocritical. Queen of Swords in the middle. Queen of Swords in the middle. That is the alchemy. Now, Queen of Swords upside down, I don't like it so much. Queen of Swords is truth. They are looking for truth. There is truth to be found. There is communication to be found. And guess what? I don't mind that there's conflict on the board because you know what that means? It's going to not be inner conflict. This is not inner conflict. That's the Eight of Swords. That's the Nine of Swords. That's inner conflict. The Three of Swords. That's all inner conflict. This is discussing the conflict so it does not eat you alive inside. This is looking for where the truth actually is instead of blame and stories and narrative. And that's both sides. Now, does that guarantee the happy ending of this situation? Maybe not. Maybe the truth is that you guys have gleaned all you're going to glean from the situation together, the relationship, the exchanges, the progress, the learning, the journey. Maybe all the candy got eaten in the van. Maybe the van needs new candy, right? Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But the truth is the win in this, not whether the relationship continues. The truth, and not making yourself sick, eating at the idea of what the truth might be, is the win. I'm afraid to say some of my other cleaning music. Okay, well, I'm not going to use any of those cards because those are all on the floor behind me. Thank God I have like 40 decks. I just found like 3 more that I want. All right, let's get some clarification on this. I need more coffee. And I said before when I was doing Scorpio, but if you weren't here during Scorpio, hi Dina. You want to be notified when I go live, when I'm going to do free card pulls, anything like that. Go on to Susie Evolutionary and scroll down to the contact and let me know. I want to be notified for sales, but not for videos. I want to be notified for video. I want to be notified for videos. Don't email me unless I email you first. Just let me know. Just let me know if you're a viewer, because I can make different lists so that I don't email you for everything. I want it to be a pleasant experience when my name pops up. I have zero wish to see my name and be like, ugh. So help me to help you and tell me what you want, because I want to give you what you want. Okay. What did I just say? So I pulled for your person. Your person is really wrestling with their thoughts about the situation. What did I just say? I just said, I don't mind the 5 of Swords because it's outer conflict. It's discussing the problem. The inner conflict is the 8 of Swords, which is what this is. And that came up for them. If you're a cross watcher and you are really agonizing over this decision about your Pisces, we're feeling it for you. But what I want to comment. I love that you would enjoy being spammed by me. I kind of want to just take that and run with it. There's so many ways that my twisted mind could go with that comment. But I still would, I'm trying not to spam anyone. That made me crack up. The good news is cross watchers. And the good news is, Pisces, I know that somebody else feeling tortured tortures you, and then that steals your energy because you want to help. You want to teach. Even if you feel like you can't, Pisces is those that can't teach, those that can't teach. I'm saying this. Listen, I'm a Pisces North node. And I have a lot of 12th house placements. So I'm saying this with love, but like, I don't want anyone to ever look at a Pisces life and say, why would I take advice from them? Because they know. First of all, they've been here a million times. They've done this. That's why Pisces is tired. Stop disappointing them. They're tired. They've done this a million times. But a Pisces is somebody where I don't care if you think that they are living their best life. They still have really good advice. They have an understanding of things in this bigger realm. They understand things. And so they don't want you to be tortured either. They're here. They're spiritual teachers to some degree. Whether you think that their life is a dumpster on fire or not, they probably still have some decent advice for you. As long as it doesn't involve them. If you're going to come to them about a problem that has nothing to do with them, aces on advice. I'm not wrong. You don't need the community tab. You can just go over to susieevolutionary.com and I have a whole website and there's a contact form. And then you can let me know, like, if I run a special, if I'm doing something, if I'm doing a community thing, when I do the Zoom party. When I get to 1,000, I'm going to do a private Zoom party. I'm not, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And clearly I like shenanigans. I'm looking for a theme. We're doing Halloween this week on soul navigation. So I will definitely do it. If I say I will, I will. Big Zoom party, a cookout. We'll be able to do music. I'll probably give away a bunch of stuff. Two of Wands. Pisces, there's leaving things behind, releasing right now. And we're in eclipse season. It makes perfect sense. We're in an eclipse season that's going to trine your placements. If you have any kind of Pisces placements around 2 degrees, between 29 of Aquarius and like 6-7 degrees of Pisces, you're especially going to feel the partial eclipse in a good way because there's Venus is in that thing, in that transit. And if you have anything around 16 degrees in, 4 degrees in either direction in Pisces, you're going to feel the full eclipse on November 8th. I think the world is going to feel that. And if you're in the States, that's election day. So, but there's movement here and there's release. But for you, I don't know, Pisces, that it's releasing a person more than releasing. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is, I went over this. I want to say I went over this on Friday night on Soul Navigation during the anniversary party. Jupiter is one of the co-rulers of Pisces, and Jupiter is belief. And what you have to release is that you can't have belief in yourself or your ability to obtain happiness and what it looks like. Don't sit and tell yourself the story that you don't get to participate in happiness the way you see other people participate in it. Let's just pull an oracle card for you to get advice going forward. If I had somebody that lived near me, I would be like, I'll trade you classes about anything or sessions to like organize my office twice a week. Do you not hear everything falling? Listen, I have flaws. I try not to make denial one of them. Let's see what we can't get for Pisces. For my lovely, lovely Pisces. And then we'll do a few free card pulls. Okay. Healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. What did I just say? I opened this entire thing saying, listen, Pisces, anyone who's in here, if you think you don't get love, you do. It's not all off the table. Oh, I'm feeling this. I just saw one of my clients' faces. I don't know if she's in here, but you get it. You get all of it. You deserve it. And the other card that came out, happy, happy. It's the belief that you don't get this that you have to release. It's the belief that you don't get this that you have to release. You're hearing me, right, Pisces? Okay. We are going to do some free card pulls. I'm just trying to get my shit together here, people. Okay. This goes here. That goes there. That's these, and that's these. All right. So if you are in the chat and you would like to ask me a question, I don't know that I'm going to do full mini reads because I thought when we had 5 people I could do that, but now we have 23. So I can do like yes or no questions. With hi Kimberly, I can do yes or no questions with like extra info as it comes in because it will. So if you guys, I'll put the little thing on. There we go. There you go. I can put my little thing there. Okay. Okay, Stella, I think you're kind of new. I'm going to give you an opportunity to think of a different question and rephrase that one, because I, in good consciousness and how I understand universe works, also in all ethics as a trauma-informed empowerment practitioner, do not want to advise you to do anything to make somebody do something. What I would rather advise you or ask Spirit to give you is what you can do to bring in the best relationship for you, not to manipulate. If there's something that you could release that would be healthy for you, that would affect good change in either that relationship or in relationships for you in general, so you are also satiated, so that your needs are also met, I'm here for it all day. But for me to ethically stick to my practice, I am not somebody who has a belief system in manipulating behaviors out of other people based on astrology placements or anything else. Because when we do anything that is not truly authentic to who we are, we bring in other energies that will not be authentic with us. And that's when we can find that we are lied to and won't know it. We can't help, people are going to lie, right? That's the thing in general. But being lied to and having no clue that you're being lied to is just a little extra worse than being lied to begin with. And so if I help you to create energy that's not completely genuine, I'm also helping to create energy that will come in and be disingenuous with you. And I can't, that would make me not sleep at night. So I'm going to invite you to rephrase the question or ask a question that will help me and help your guides to help empower you. Okay. I hope that made sense to everyone. All right, let's go. Oh my, a lot of questions in between. Okay. Okay. Sarah. Ooh. There we go. Okay, I got a little yes and a little no, and then a big yes. And I feel like you'll understand what that means. So don't get discouraged if something doesn't happen. Or if anything happens that feels like a false start. Like it could be like a false yes pregnancy or a false no pregnancy, but there's something that's going to be like possibly could be like a little misleading. So but at the end, I got a big yes, which I'm very happy to get. Those questions make me nervous. You're great at organizing. You live in Florida. I don't live in Florida anymore. Okay, let's see. I'm already getting yes, but not. They have to go through their own. What happens with kids a lot of times too is that we want them to see like everything I did for the best of you. And it seems like almost a resistance to see that or a misplaced, but they have their own process because their perspective is completely different. It's like this is the object that everyone is seeing. This is the truth of the experience. And this is your perspective and this is their perspective. They're seeing it, they're getting a completely different view than you because they're seeing it from their perspective. Once they work through their perspective, they will also be able to see. Also, kids often have to become parents to understand what the parent did. And they have to like parent kids at the age that you had to make whatever age they were, that you made decisions for them. Yes. Also stop stressing over it though, because that's not making you healthy, but they will see it. Hey, April, don't ever apologize. Okay. Corey, long time no see, buddy. How are you? Pulling a map of the world. I'm on top of the world. All right. Message from your guides. Let's get it together. For Corey. Okay. We got very interesting combination. First came out I'm giving you the bad news first, and then we're going to warm it up with some good news. Sad embrace. Loss is a part of life. Let it go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period. I actually came out reversed. I didn't think these cards had reversed. Are you suffering over your suffering? Do you feel like life is treating you unfairly and that you've been told that you've been robbed and deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you or success that has been bestowed upon others? This is a righteous anger, but make sure that it doesn't lead to a trap of ego. And ego doesn't mean you think you're the best, you think your ish doesn't stink. Ego can sometimes just mean that we can also not everybody hears ego and they think we're saying that you're spending too much time and like, I'm so great, I deserve all this, and like entitlement, right? But sometimes ego means also sitting in the bruised part of our egos, right? So they're saying just like the anger is righteous. Don't feel bad for like the anger or being upset over it. But don't sit too long in the bruised part of it. Feel the anger so you can move through it and over the other side. Also, you got Field of Dreams, and that came out in the upright. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. Okay, so this is about manifestation. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best opportunities. And things that feel like they have out of order signs on them. And I'm hearing this separately. If something feels like it has an out of order sign, like don't knock too hard on a door that doesn't want to open, but there's another door that's even better. One of the things that Pisces is great at is like when we talk about manifestation, when you want things, when you want to bring things into your life and you like absolutely have to get into that Jupiterian belief that they can, be delusional, make it grand. Because then even if it falls a little short of that, you're not like, I would just settle for this. How often do we say like, I would like, I'm trying to think of who I can say, whether it's Jason Momoa for some people, because I'm feeling that, or like a Paul Rudd for somebody else. Like, I would like a Chris Evans, but I would settle from Chris Evans from Wish, right? Like, don't say things like that. What you want to do is be like, I know Chris Evans loves me. He just hasn't met me yet, and then let a Chris Evans type person. I mean, if somebody falls a little short of Chris Evans, we're not doing so shabby. There's so much good memeage about Chris Evans and his just universal appeal. And if you don't know the thing with him and Lizzo, it's so adorable. But he's such a good sport. But that's I digress. I don't have he's too young for me, but I do love his vibe. All right. I like him with a little mileage and some gray hair. All right. Wishing well. Desire is the sacred impulse. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life, Corey. Now that you're seeing relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing the moment of truth, when you feel the inception of a new life, the aha moment when everything makes sense. You're allowed to feel mad so you can be on the other side of it. You're not a bad person for feeling like they didn't deserve that and I did, right? But don't sit in the bruised ego of it till it holds you back. When you are exploring that field of dreams, the manifestation, go for it. Don't just imagine a little, imagine a lot for yourself and feel the deservedness of it. And like allow yourself to dream and then just don't feel like there's something wrong with you if it doesn't come in exactly when you think it's going to come in, because that like shift into, am I crazy? Of course, I'm not going to get that. That's not my life, I do feel like there's somebody coming in for you, Corey. I do feel like there might be a little somebody coming in for you. I can be honest. Somebody good. Feels like April. You might meet them before April, but I don't think things will like kick off. Gotta say. All right. Syra. How are you, love? My Aries flavor sister. Also, I know I said it at the beginning, but there was like 5 people here. If you hop on over to susieevolutionary.com too, there's a section called Skywalker Evolutionary. And that is where Connie, Joe, and I work together. And those sessions are kind of incredible. We never, ever, ever, ever discuss. We don't want you to even tell us the question till everybody's in the same room. And we do like a meditation, like spirit and energy and team connection ritual before we go on with you. Like we meet for 15 minutes before we go on with our client. But we never discuss, even if you guys accidentally like write us the subject, we don't ever discuss. So what comes up is so organic, and our guides are so organic, and we have all 5 gifts together. And then there's like the advanced astrology from her. There's like the trauma informed from me, and all the general, and then what we're both seeing and picking up. It's pretty incredible. If you haven't, if you didn't know, please go look at that, and you can just like read about it or explore it. I don't have reviews up. We'll have to do that soon. Okay. 6 of Wands, which I like for you, Syra. 6 of Wands is success and victory. Because I know everything's been like a little frustrating. I'm just going to pull one more because I feel like I'm supposed to. Page of Wands. I think that has to do with like, not just like career stuff, but like what you feel like you're engaging in that makes you feel like, I'm waiting on this. I'm waiting for that to be out of flux. And wait, like there's something else that's going to come in, that at least that there's one little part where you can participate in something that makes you feel like alive again, like you're not being held hostage in your own life. That's what I just heard. Okay. Let's see. The chat keeps skipping, so please, thank you for the patience. Is your event going to go well, Samantha? Hey guys, by the way, one of the things that I want to do on this channel is I'm thinking about, like, for all of you that are also dabbling in tarot and dabbling in exercising your own metaphysical gifts and practices, I'm thinking about doing something where I have like once a month, I have like a guest that comes in, and maybe Connie, Joe, and I will do it together, because I can have up to like, I think 4 people on here or maybe more, but it would be like a guest tarot reader, and you would be able to like read for people. But like on this platform, if you want to, or practice some of your metaphysical, because I believe we're supposed to lift each other up and share platforms and not be like, mine, 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 down, down, down. I'm the best. That's such garbage. There's no room for hierarchy and spirituality. We all have the same mission, and it's to raise the vibration of the goddamn planet. So can't do that if we're fighting each other. Okay. Okay, I got to tell you, in the beginning, I feel a lot of nerves, and I feel a couple of things going wrong. Hold on, Samantha. Because Samantha's reminding me of the guest thing, because I would like her to come on here as a guest, because she's also a reader. And I'm always super flattered when I find out it's another reader booking me, because we had a private session. By midnight, I don't mean midnight 12 a.m., by the middle of the night or by the end of the night, yes, it's going to feel, look, and come off successful. I gotta tell you, I think you're a little white knuckled in the beginning of the night, and there might be a few snafus. Try not to get into the like, oh, this night is shit, I did all this for nothing. Try not to. What I want you to do during when the challenges and the frustration come up, because I know you, and like that is going to come off a little fiery for you. So when that comes up, I want you to take a deep breath. 5, 5, 7, in for 5, hold for 5, let go for 7. Whenever you let go longer than you inhale, you help regulate your dysregulated nervous system. You're all welcome. take that 5-5-7 breath, take a moment, and then I want you to say, universe, show me how good it can get. Dazzle me beyond my wildest expectations with this event tonight. And then let it go. What you are doing is you are taking the proverbial football and handing it off to your team, who is the quarterback, with faith that they know what the fuck they're doing and they'll get it to the goal line. Okay. All right. Card from your guides. Shauna, am I seeing you show up here as well? Some people do not. Okay, no, you are. Okay, some people, for whatever reason, once in a blue moon, somebody does not transfer over to like the streaming software that I use. Okay. So I always like to have my phone too, like straight off YouTube to just make sure. I want a different deck. That deck feels kicked. Let's use the Nike cards. I'm going to do one of these and an oracle. Gemini love, for some reason, I feel like a shadow card would be good for you. Are you down for that? Are you down? I'm going to draw a tarot and then a shadow card. Okay. I think you think it's time to make a decision right now that you do not have to make a decision. This is a Gemini dilemma as it is. Feeling pressure to have to make a decision. There's a third way. Don't feel pressured to go one way or the other. There is a third way, and it's not time for you to have to make the decision. I feel like somebody else might make you feel like it's time for you to make the decision, but it's not. Okay, so we're going to pull a shadow card. You know what I need? I need like some kind of like 3-tiered spinny carousel thing with all my cards. And then I can get out my label maker. I love my label maker. There's a few devices in my house. Make me very happy. And my label maker is one. Whatever that says about me, I'm fine with. Virgo rising. Okay. Boundaries. Stop letting people pressure you into making decisions because that's to make them comfortable. Also, you have incredible, not only creative, but manifestation powers. When you're feeling pressure, whatever alchemy that you participate in that feels like it's very cathartic, whether that's like cooking, I'm seeing colors. I don't know if I'm seeing colors for like painting or makeup. And it also feels like this is partially collective. There's meditation in the alchemy of the creative outlet, and I'm seeing colors. Absolutely for Gemini love, like there's answers in it. But I'm seeing that as a collective message. I don't know if that's just for Pisces or for the people in this chat. But if there's burning questions and anxiety, there's answers and connection and oneness and stillness that's necessary to like tap back into yourself, get back in your body through the alchemy of some kind of creative expression. And I see a lot of colors. And I feel like for some people that's like some kind of art, but I don't feel like it's just painting on an easel. For some people, I actually see it's like makeup. I mean, Halloween's coming, go in. Okay. More spilly things. Oh, I forgot about the fountain deck. I haven't used it in a minute. Okay. Cece, right? Am I doing that? Yep. Uh, okay. One, stop focusing on, I got the well, and it came out in reverse. And we see that there's a lot of smoke and everything behind her, but she is kind of looking at over at other things, but she's not taking action, and she's not kind of paying attention to what's around her. There's a little fear involved here. So like, don't look peripherally left and right, because I feel like somehow like you're seeing things that make you feel less than. Don't do that, because most of the time when you're looking left and right, we're only seeing the controlled version of what somebody wants us to see. Let's pull an oracle card for you. Wisdom of the Well, Hidden Realm, Wisdom of the Hidden Realm is another Colette Baron read. You know what's funny is I'm sure she's a lovely person. I don't know if there's something, a past life connection. I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. There's something that I feel like unresolved, or like I feel like she wouldn't like me. I don't know what it is, but I feel like some resistance to the person, even though I've seen her talk and she's lovely and everything else. I just feel like there's something. I cannot get enough of her deck. She's brilliant. I love every single one of her decks, but I feel like I have like almost anxiety, like if we ever met, which is probably never going to happen. But that is like when you feel stuff like that, especially if you have water energy or a lot of 12th house energy, you can feel leftover connections from other lives that didn't get worked out or something. And it's not a big thing, it's just one of those like cosmic things. So maybe next life, she and I actually have some way to meet or something. But like, I feel a certain way that I have zero reason to feel. And I also love her at the same time. It just feels like almost like a little pit. So like, if you're a Pisces, that I probably just sounded crazy to so many people in case they ever watch this, but I feel safe saying it in a Pisces reading, because I feel like, oh my God, that's like, I totally get that. I feel that way sometimes. Okay. So the eyes of beauty, Cece. Yeah. Stop looking left and right. This is just confirming the other thing. And like, expectations of what you think beauty should look like, looking left and right is not helping you with that, because there is so much beauty within you that you have to embrace exactly how it is. Okay. Yeah, you can meet somebody and have an instant like, I have zero reason to feel like standoffish with this person, or like there could be an issue with this person. I have no reason to think that, not logically, not in experience, but you may like feel a certain way and it doesn't make sense. And that's sometimes can be why. Okay. Weird, but the more we find about universe, the less weird it all feels. Yeah, Juan. So I giggled because I saw your question. They are a little annoyed with you, but not for the reasons that you think. Yeah, okay. There's somebody who's not comfortable with somebody making sure that they are comfortable. There is something that you do that is so like, it's not overly emotional. It's a little pragmatic, but it's like very considerate. And they're almost like suspicious of why you operate that way. What's your ulterior motive? It like annoys them because they feel like they can't trust it. So they feel like, okay, hold on. Are they annoyed with you? Yeah. Is this going to fizzle out in like the next 2 months? Yeah, okay. It has something to do with the Mars and Gemini transit. So like, I would not be shocked if it's in some way they expressed in some form that like, they were worried you had some ulterior motive. I feel like even 6 months down the road, you guys will like you could almost laugh about it. But right now, they feel very off by your energy, and that has to do with their own stuff. Okay. Yes. Annika too, you can either you have the option to like add the 15 minutes that you won to a reading you already have, or we could just do one, or you can also move a reading that you have from a month from now till sooner and then add the 15 minutes. So if you want 30 minutes like this week, I'm pretty sure I still have time. You can put the two together. So you can move a future appointment to whenever you want it and then add the 15 minutes. Who knows? I may even give you 35 minutes because I'm like that. Okay. There's something coming in slow, but it does stay. Whatever this is, it comes in and it's steady. Haven't used these in a minute. In a New York minute. Ooh. You're welcome, Juan. It's nice because I keep the questions here and then I keep the answers there. Sorry. Annika. I'm only laughing because they see Annika once a month. So she'll laugh in a second when I read this card. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and then accept them. No, 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 no. Nope. Ugh, can't make that stuff up. That's how I know my guys are on point. Not only did they like call in your energy, but they called you. They called you out. Juan, I did get the healing card in reverse. So that thing that's annoying them, it really is a them thing. And I'm not just saying that because I have some kind of like bias towards you. But the funny thing is like the more that you're trying to like figure out what it is so you can unannoy them, the more they're suspicious of you. Nope, hell no. See, I know you so well. Oh, God, that gave me joy. Living for that. It's not me cracking us up. It is, trust me, it's Annika's guides. They saw an opportunity for like calling you out and some funny at the same time. This happens. Also, like when I have sessions with people again and again, like I will literally have, I might email people. I had a reading with one girl and then she was there on Friday night and I said something. And I think that because I'm getting a lot of stuff at once and it was a busy room, I wasn't clear. And I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, felt told whatever to email her to clarify. And the guides were right because I was not clear and she didn't think that I was saying what I was saying. So like once I start working with you guys, like I honestly, not that this isn't sufficient for, you know, if this is what is done, that's fine too. That's why I wanted to have community space. But it's crazy. Once I start reading for somebody, like the guides are kind of always, it's like imagine a command central with a bunch of like operators working 24/7. Yeah, Annika, you might have to feel feelings. I'm really sorry about that. Mila, why are you not feeling yourself, beautiful? Yeah. Okay, listen. You may not feel like it's all coming in, but it's all coming in. This is what they want you to feel right now. That's a badass. But it came out like that. Impose a glow up on yourself. Like, get the African scrubbing cloth. Put the sugar and the avocado oil together. Put the perfume on when your skin's still warm from the shower. Start worshiping your body. Everything is going to come in. You're going to start to be able to reap your rewards, but the sooner you can get into that like Empress vibration, the sooner stuff's just going to come in. I know it sounds crazy to be like it's aesthetically tied, but it's about you adoring yourself and like owning the like sacred feminine energy. I'm feeling Black Lilith stuff for you. But yep, I could see like a yellow scrubbing African cloth. If you guys don't, it's like almost like a netting, but it's really good for exfoliation and stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Alien Woods, I'm not answering that question, you crazy person. I adore you. I enjoy you because you're wacky like me. You got a great sense of humor. Will he embrace? That's okay. I gotta tell you, let's put a timing on it because I don't want to say yes and then you're expecting it tomorrow, and I don't want to say no and you're like, well, I gotta dump his ass because he's never gonna get his shit together. So let's narrow that question down because I feel like it's too. Let's ask. I will read your comments that come at the end of the other because I've got the two things going. For the end of June, by the end of June, does that sound good, Anna? We'll ask for that. Sorry, I'm hungry, everybody. I still have work when I'm done with this. Do you want to come up and say hi again? Oh, sorry. Okay, so he's here. You're going to lay down? He's going to lay down right there. You can see all my piles of cards. Okay. Okay. By June. Okay. Yes, no, yes. So he's going to start, he's going to fall back, and then he's going to get back into it, which is the normal human experience of change. It's funny. I had somebody and I loved her, but the person she worked with was very uncomfortable with all of this. They were kind of conventionally super religious. And so things were breaking, all kinds of stuff. And I hated it because I loved the main person that I hired and I met, loved. But it became problematic. So I'm off to find a new person because I can only do so much in a week. Okay. Is the black semi-feral kitten in your care a girl? Okay, you have to make decisions, bub. Is it a girl? Seems like. Can you not get a hold of her? Try the thing with a stick. You can get a spatula and like get a stick to it and put like a flat spatula and put wet food on it so that you could be at a distance. And then you just shorten the stick like week after week till you can get a hold of them to get them to the vet or whatever. It might be a girl. I feel like your concern is if it's a girl, you want to catch her sooner before she also gets pregnant. And so I would trust your instinct on that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, Stella. It won't move. So the timing might be off. It might be more than a year. Feels like there's not a lot of movement. Now you're going to sit on my lap. Okay. Yeah. Eight of Swords in the upright and communication in a stall. Stella, I gotta tell you, are you 1,000% positive they've approached their partner already about divorce? Because I don't feel like the words have been said out loud fully. I feel like it's been thrown out in arguments and stuff, and it's like maybe felt, but I don't know that the process is fully in swing. And the pendulum won't move. And when the pendulum won't move, it's because something is energetically kind of stuck. Where are we? Oh my goodness, Jacqueline. I'm going to let you ask something different because if you've ever had a reading with me and you've read the setting you up for your success email, I don't, because I've had doctors tell me at times that somebody was going to die and I didn't feel it energetically, and I've felt it energetically for people when they thought they were fine. So, but the point is that we have more than one door. You can look in an astrology chart and see more than one exit door. So death is not something, and especially not in this forum, that I like to discuss because I don't want to take hope and free will. You should always be expressing with your loved ones everything that you need to express. We should always, car accidents happen. We should always do our best to have things at a place where we would feel peaceful if they weren't here tomorrow. But I apologize. That's just like one of my policies. Okay. April, will you get good news this week? In a New York minute. Let's use the fountain. Oh, look at that. That's one of those cards trapped underneath all this time. I think I'm going to do like a messages from your person deck. I think I'm going to create one. Because I don't like a lot of the ones that are out there now. And I feel like I've overused the one that I do like. I just have to find the free time. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh. Bye, love. I'll be here again tomorrow with Connie Joe, 10 a.m. Eastern. To the person saying goodbye. So if I didn't get to you today, I'll be here again tomorrow with Connie Joe. Yes, you will. And it's Ace of Pentacles. So it could be the start of something. Also, you have to throw yourself in my book for this week because you have another appointment. So go schedule that before I get crazy booked and then you have to take whatever's left, which might not work for you. Kimberly. Also, artist known formerly as Pig in a Suit. I feel a bit of both for your question. Okay, like fully move in or purchase or like start contract. Will Kimberly start contract? Like find a home and enter into a contract before the end of December 2022. I think you might find something. I don't see it fully going into contract before the end of 2022. Also, that is worth booking. And I got to tell you, I recommend Connie Joe for that. I would like to encourage you. First of all, she's going to have that special. So a half an hour, $66. She works really quickly. I might go a little slower than she does because I'm always like trying to work in a trauma-informed space. And for some reason, my clients often come to me when they're in crisis, not for some reason. It's my job here, right? So like that's the energy that's going to come in. She can work really quickly between her like decades in advanced astrology. I would have her look at that and also make sure that like if I'm seeing you find a house that you like, but the contract isn't done before the end of 2022, that might be in your best interest because there's some kind of transit that you wouldn't want to enter into a contract before. So like I'm feeling like there's something else there that is being protective of you. And also you might want to look at your transits. And for that, I highly recommend Connie Joe. Again, on the 28th, there's going to be, it's very simple, 30-minute session. She can do a lot in 30 minutes. A 30-minute session for $66, which is incredibly good. She also has a 15-minute session if you don't want to do that. But I'm pretty sure it's just like, it's going to be like $10 more for the 30-minute when she runs that special. And that's going to be from the 28th of October to the 1st of November. And I'll put it on my website too, because I love to support her and I'm getting a website together for her. So hopefully we'll have that up by tomorrow. And when it is up, it'll be ConnieJoeSkywalker.com. Yeah, the pendulum also is like not moving. Okay, April, I did a question for you. Let's see. Okay, Christina, here we go. Christina, you still here? Let me know if you're still here. Christina. Oh, no worries. April. Christina and then Shauna, I think, are the two people I haven't gotten to. And Renata. So are those people all still here? Who's here of that group? Christina, Renata. Oh, Christina's here. Okay, great. Let's see. Big shift. Big shift. This isn't the Wheel of Fortune. This is a world. So you're going to have a big chapter closing. Big chapter closing. Like, what's interesting is we have, this is very much like the Magician card, where it's got the symbols of alchemy. So this is a shift. It's a closing of a chapter, but this is something you asked for, and it's a big thing. So I hope you like asked what you wanted for, because it's coming in. I feel like I'm a sacred rebel. I haven't seen Raven Eyes in a long time. Hopefully she'll show up tomorrow, because I know she's in Australia and it's like impossible for her to be there at night when I'm usually going. This was a gift for her for my birthday. Okay. Yeah. This is very interesting. Seeing the real you and conscious connections. It's manifestation. And the last one that came out is what is already within you. And follow your own rhythm also came out. You had like a little big jump of cards. Aren't these gorgeous? It's a lot about mirroring and a lot about time. Like, keep doing that. This is coming in. If you felt kind of insular or a little bit in hermit mode, it was all for a good cause. I'm a big fan of hermit mode, because I feel like when we spend our time looking a lot, using the perception of others through their own trauma, their own things they have to change in their own life experience as the mirror for ourselves, it can keep us from like living aligned to our highest self, our highest purpose. Even if that person means well, there's still going to be filters on their perception of their own stuff. So even if you have to stay insular for a little longer, it's actually doing well for you. Okay. Now he's sitting on my feet. Okay. All right, Shauna, I would need a question from you, but I'm just going to get to Renata. I'm going to use a tattoo deck for you, Renata. And there goes a whole bunch more cards. Hi, honey. You just want to hang out with the energy? You just want to hang out? I'm hungry and I have a El Pastor taco waiting for me. These are so good. What I really want to do today is get a really nice like bath going with oils and salts, and set up my computer and put on something completely mindless and trashy while I eat tacos in the bathtub. I think that's what I'm going to do. Kimberly, I can't tell you enough. I would get a reading with Connie Joe about purchasing a house. Okay. Message from your guides, Renata. Yeah. Christina, that hermit mode is helping you because everything is going to start coming in. And it's what you wanted specifically. Okay, well then come up. Come on. Come up then. You can't just sit there and stare at me and cry. Oh, you're such a big baby. So there's somebody around you that might be like passive aggressive in their communication and in their energy. There's another person that you may have felt ghosted or isolated from that's ending. I feel like you're going to get a reason why there's been a little separation in communication. Those are definitely two different people. I actually feel like the passive aggressive person is encouraging you to, like, they're almost gossipy, or they really want to like talk badly about the person that you're not in communication with. And that's coming from their own stuff, that's not coming out of their intuition or wisdom. I think they want you to think it's their intuition, but it's not. But I think that you might get communication from somebody you've been out of communication with, honestly. That person that you're going to get communication, or the situation that's going to come out of the cold that's been stuck, is not fully healed yet. So be careful about your expectations of what that's going to look like when it comes back. It like, I'm seeing something stuck start moving. But just because it starts moving doesn't mean that it's like fully cooked, ready, ripe to go full gear. So take it slow and don't attach expectations to it, but you're going to get some peace of mind just from the opening of the communication, even if the communication might not be exactly what like you had hoped to hear or expected to hear. And it doesn't mean that it'll be bad news. It just might be not be as grand, and it might not be all the answers at first. Okay. I know, baby. Katie. You're just going to rub into all the cards. You're going to put all your juju magic, your cat magic. He's just rubbing all over the cards. Hi, sweet boy. This little baby, when I took care of her, I did her hospice care at home. He would not leave her side. That last 2 days, he would not leave her side for anything. He like stayed with her. Didn't you? And when he's doing something very, very bad, that is what I think about. Right? When I want to yell at you, I remember what a sweet boy you are. And I can hear my mom going, "That's my boy. Leave him alone. Be nice to him. That's my Nicky." Okay. You want to rub into those cards? I mean, I already have like 8 decks on the floor. So, I mean, if we're going to clean up. Again, Katie, I don't love saying this. Let me double check it. I'm going to pull from like 3 different decks before I give you your answer. Should Katie's grandmother get the surgery? Should Katie's grandma get the surgery? There's something less invasive. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to get a second opinion, but I got the Empress upside down, which I don't love for a grandma getting surgery. Let's pull from another deck. Let's use the Herb Crafters. And then I got like she's supposed to do something. You're not supposed to not just do nothing. But it feels like there's what I keep hearing is that there might be like a laser version or like a laparoscopic version of something she's supposed to get done. Like if she's supposed to get like a bypass or a something. Oh, sorry. Something with like her heart, but the left leg. There's like something newer, like a filter. I just think she needs some kind of intervention. I'm just wondering if there's like a less conventional, newer, innovative. I'm definitely get a second opinion and look at more innovative options, Katie. I hope that's helpful. Is that it? Okay. I'm filtering through all the comments of like the responses. Okay, Laura, are you still here? Oh, Renata, I hope that was helpful. You guys should see this is my desk right now, and it's just like, I feel like that's not even as bad as it really looks. I think we're almost through. So okay, Laura, you're here. Well, that was quick. 7 of Pentacles, it's going to take time. But then once it's taking time, because once it kicks in, it won't feel like a relationship that feels like work. I don't know how soon it's going to be. It's almost like my guides answer through the cards in the way that I want to be like, don't ask me if you're going to get together. Ask me if it's going to be healthy for you. Again, I'm getting like, for a minute there, I feel like you're going to lose hope that it's ever going to go anyplace. But it's like cooking. It's not ripe yet. And you'd rather wait, because if you wait and let things develop on their end, there's something that's got to get closed out on their end. But if you wait, then it'll be one of those relationships that don't feel like work, which is like what we all want. Okay. Your car repair made you have a baby? I know. Shauna, rephrase your question, like, because they see that there's like, I think that I'm getting like your comments have like your question, there's like pieces of your story. So can you just give me like a yes or no? Like give me something and I'll get to that before I go. Yvette, are you still here? I mean, I can see I have 22 people, so I'll just assume you are here. If not, you could watch the replay. Okay. I'm putting it out to universe that somebody wants to make me a 3-tiered carousel that has like openings for and in the center I can put whatever that I don't have to use all the time, like maybe all of my incense, but like on the outside, it'll have the spaces for the cards, and I can have like a row for my most used tarot, and then for like the specialty tarot, and then oracle. I might need 4 tiers, but I'm putting it out to universe that something like that either already exists or it can be made. Okay. 5 of Swords in reverse. The conflict is not the 9-year-old son. The conflict is not in the 9-year-old son. I think that there's okay. Are you feeling like you're getting reciprocity, or like are you feeling like what you're getting back what you give in that relationship in general, Yvette? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Annika. Like a lazy Susan that spins, that I can like look for things that I can put like little labels on it. I could design it. I can't build it. I don't have the tools. I will pay somebody to build it. Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's the 9-year-old son that's the issue. I think honestly the 9-year-old son is being used as, I can't do this because he doesn't like this. I think there's possibly something else at play there. And that's as much as I'd like to say in a public forum. I think there's something else maybe. The commitment is not an issue coming from the dichotomy with the sun. Now he's in the background. Are you comfortable there? You can sit and you can watch everybody? Okay. And I'm sending you a hug. Now, the cat is a Libra with a Taurus moon, so he knows he's good looking. He's aware. Look at that. He's doubly ruled by Venus. He knows he's handsome. Here, I'll turn the light on him. He love it. He's very photogenic. There's so many crazy pictures of him. He's also very silly. So like he is you know how like when you have sign-ins to like Disney or Netflix, well, not Netflix as much, but like HBO and other ones, you can upload your own pictures. Wherever I can do that. The computer, all kinds of things. I'll have to start posting, like giving Nikki his own social media. Okay. Okay, here's one I didn't get to, and then I'm just waiting for Shauna to give me a question that's like one question. You're guided to do, okay, so I'll just ask that. Okay, after Chandra, and then I think I might be done. Next business vision I'm working to be the one that brings success that I'm hoping for. So one, I want you to like just say like success is always finding me. I'm a success magnet. I don't even have to try. Money and ease of success is always looking for me and finding me. I want you to say that before you go to bed. And then I also want you to say quietly before you go to bed, thank you for universe. Thank you for showing me this issue is already resolved. Why don't you go bother your mom? Lee is his mom, his official mom, since my mom passed. But you know, he hangs out with me all day. Do you have support, Chandra? Because is it, yeah, it's Chandra, or is it, or do you pronounce it Chandra? It, you can manifest the success on some degree. Whether it drains you or not is something else that you want to say. Ease of success, ease, successfully, easily, success easily finds me. You would probably have to get like a full reading to get more clarification, but a lot came out. Listen, 3 Pentacles, there is, it's going to move you forward. It's going to move you upward, but also there's a support system that's important. There might be a support system that you feel like you might feel like something was supposed to happen, or like it's unrequited, like this is what I wanted. I'm going to do all this and I'm expecting this to be the result to come to me. And it might not come to you that way. Don't sit in like, that's not available to me energy, but something is going to feel shift and change and move with it. We're in eclipse season. Things are going to shift and change, right? As human beings, we're always in flux, like that into the reading. If you don't watch anything else, go to Scorpio and I'll timestamp it, into the Lonely Woods reading. Feels important. There's balance that comes in with this. Make sure you're balancing home and this endeavor. But there might be somebody in your life that you don't realize has more valuable advice in this subject than you think that they do. Or you don't want to hear something, but it could be helpful. And just remember to balance home. But yeah, it's there for you. Okay, and now, Shauna, I'm just going to... You're feeling pulled towards that kind of work. Okay, so make sure you don't over fantasize. There's going to be like a lot of choices. Like hone into, it may not be, I don't know, I didn't read all the rest. Are you being guided to do this work? You are, but the thing is, Shauna, there is some kind of focus with or an idea that there's another person that's going to give everything you give, that it'll be like meeting of the minds, meeting of the emotions, meeting, or it could just be like the work that you do. You think you're supposed to focus a little bit on like love or relationships. If that's it, then you're not. If it's about like having somebody, like a partner in this guided work, I would go slow on that. Also, if you're going to do what you feel guided to do, start with one thing, narrow it down, and pick that, and you're going to be fine. You're welcome. Does that make sense? Let me just grab one oracle card for you. I wanted to like this deck more than I did, but when I feel called to it, I use it. I wanted to use it all the time. Ribbons, for it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in my truth, the eye of the becoming, the witness in the swallowed stillness. Okay. Somebody may want to help you. They might have more. This is what I'm totally getting now. So there's somebody that you care about. Like it could be friendship. It could be like there could be slight chemistry. But I feel This is somebody like you love and respect. And I feel like you help them sometimes. But what I'm really getting is that they're going to be excited for you to do this kind of work. And you should do this and you should do that. And oh my God, you know, it'd be great. You know what I saw? I saw this other person do that. You should do that too. That's what you have to tune out. Whatever your first gut instinct was that you felt you were guided to, stick with that. And then when you master that, I think you will expand. But like the guiding comes within you. The work that you feel guided to do, that's real. But like, remember that was about like your mission, your guide. So other people may want to like get excited. And also, I don't mean use you, but like see you kind of as a vehicle for ideas that they've had, but they're not the ones saying, I feel totally guided. Let me go do this. Does that make sense? So you make sure you stick to your guns about what it is, the kind of work you want to do and how you want to execute it. Okay, I feel like you could possibly spread yourself too thin. Okay. If the spiritual work, if somebody's like, oh, this is really big right now about like twin flames or couples or relationship stuff or divine masculine and somebody is telling you that that's what you should focus on. I got the Two of Cups in reverse. I feel like union, love kind of stuff is not what you're supposed to be focusing on right now with that. Aw. All right, guys. I love you. Now you love you. I ended up spending way longer with this stuff, but it was totally fine. I'm going to go take a bath, like a luxurious bath, and eat El Pastor tacos and watch trashy television, I think. That's what I'm going to go do. Put a mask in my hair. I took a beating to go lavender. Don't forget Friday night. I'll make a thing for that soon. We're going to do like a Halloween tarot special. I'm going to be dressed up. Lee is going to join me on screen. We're going to do a little Halloween dress up. I think Connie Joe will be joining a little bit on Friday. Tuesday night, we're doing synastry in the houses, in the air houses, on soul navigation. The Halloween thing and the synastry are both soul navigation. I think everybody's subscribed over there, but if you're a replay viewer, you're just catching me, go subscribe over there too. And then Connie Joe and I will be here tomorrow at like 10 a.m. Eastern, and I will put up a notification for that soon as well. And I will be here Wednesday doing air signs. I'll put it all up. All right. I love you guys. And go on SusieEvolutionary.com. You can leave me a message. There's a contact form where you can just check stuff out. Okay. And that's where all my other social media, where you can find me when I'm not here. Bye.